Kings back at it Sunday night. Warriors game in the rear view. Now you welcome in LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the LA Lakers, Morgan Reagan.
Boo. I'm excited that this game is early on. I like that all these tests are being thrown at the Kings early.
I don't. I was talking to someone about this.
Really?
I am so annoyed by the league. Not so much about the Lakers game, but why do the Kings Warriors play twice in the first 4 games? Spread these matchups out. I want to see a Kings Warriors or Kings Lakers matchup in October, December, January. Like, spread it out.
So I'm with you on that,
Thank you.
I'm not. But they're playing the Lakers on Sunday,
Sure.
and that's my point. Is that it's like it's just another test.
Yeah.
But yes, going to your point, spread it out. But going to my point, love another big test, because we saw the first game against Utah and it's like, yeah, you better play against that if they're going to play in a zone like that, if they're going to look like that. Against the Golden State Warriors, you saw in preseason the competition and what they were going to bring against the Sacramento Kings. And now with the Lakers, you have it early on, game 3 of the season. This team is going to be healthy. We saw what they did in their last game against the Phoenix Suns. LeBron James is supposed to be on that minute restriction. Did play 35 minutes last game, but Darvin Ham wants to keep him around that 30, right? 28, 30, whatever. When it comes to Anthony Davis, though, he ended up with 30 points in that last game. And you never know what you're going to get from him, right? We saw in that first game for him, he had 17 points in that first half and then didn't score any more against Denver in the first game of the season. So again, you never know what you're going to get from him, but at the same time, you know that he can be such a dominant player. But if you really want to know the player that I'm thinking about, you really want to know?
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell. Why? Because he's always been a Kings killer. I don't get it. I don't know what happens to him when he plays the Sacramento Kings, but he kills them.
Yeah, I actually was looking at some D'Angelo Russell numbers against the Kings. Because, you think about Kings killers over the years.
Yes.
Steph.
Yeah.
Kobe. You think about some of the premier names. Not that D'Angelo Russell is not a good scorer in this league, but D'Angelo Russell had a 44-point game against Sacramento. He's played 20 games against the Kings in his career.
Okay.
7 of those games, he's had 25 or more.
25 or more?
Yeah. In his career against Sacramento, he shoots 43% from 3. Last year against the Kings, he was 9 of 19 from 3, 47%. He has always crushed the Kings, and he's off to kind of a slow start. But yeah, I instantly go, all right, that's something to watch tomorrow. Can they limit what he can do? Because he can get hot, and they just have other guys. I mean, Anthony Davis is a problem. And
yes,
you mentioned AD. He actually missed 3 of the 4 matchups against Sacramento last year. And the one game he did play against the Kings, LeBron didn't play. So to your point, this is an interesting point. Early season. Yeah. They're healthy. LeBron's, he doesn't have all the wear and tear on his body at this point. They're trying to limit the minutes. And LeBron killed the Kings last year.
And he has the ability.
Do you have any ideas what his numbers were against the Kings last year?
Do you actually know off the top of your head?
I do.
What is it?
33 points.
Okay.
Just kidding. It's right here. 9 assists and 7 rebounds. 33, 9, and 7 against Sacramento last year.
Whoa.
So, yeah, I mean, it's tough. But, for the Kings, to me, it's an opportunity on the home floor. You got to want to you got to play well at home. And I think they can control. If they played just a little better and didn't turn the ball over, they'd probably beat Golden State, even with Steph going off. So
attention to details.
I do think the concern, though, tomorrow is that AD Sabonis matchup. Anthony Davis is so long. What he does defensively, he's a force. He's long. We know Sabonis can struggle with length. And then, of course, on the other side, AD and his ability to put the ball on the floor and get by guys. And that's a concern for sure.
It is a concern, but it's also one of those things, just like I was saying, it's an early on test.
Yes.
It's an early on challenge. And I love that they get to see now, what does Sabonis look like against this long, big, early on in the season. Sabonis is a little bit stronger, but there's still things, flaws are exposed against some of these longer guys. But you also do have JaVale McGee on this roster now. And what kind of minutes are we? And he not only does he know AD and his game, but what type of minutes are we going to see from him with his 7'6" wingspan on a tall guy like Anthony Davis? So yeah, the challenge is the test. I kind of like it. I'm down for it early on, but you're right. Home court please find a way to make sure to pay attention to detail and take care of the basketball.
It's worth noting in their one matchup last year, Sabonis and AD head-to-head, Sabonis had 21 points. He had 10 rebounds, 6 assists. He did it on 9 of 15 shooting and played 31 minutes for Sacramento. Anthony Davis, meanwhile, in that game for the Lakers, had 24 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals on 8 of 17 shooting. Of course, it's a much different Lakers team. I think this Lakers team has the pieces, right?
Yeah.
Like, and of course, I think when we take a step back and look at the Lakers' big picture, like, it all hinges on, can AD, one, stay healthy? Can LeBron stay healthy? But can AD take his game to another level? And the supporting cast of the Lakers be good enough? That means consistency from D'Angelo Russell.
Rui.
That means, can Rui be the guy that you saw in the playoffs through for stretches where he got that contract? Can Gabe Vincent be an impact player? Austin Reeves is nice. Torian Prince looks like a nice addition. They have some interesting pieces for sure. And I'm sorry, when LeBron and AD are healthy, they're going to be in the conversation. But I think Sacramento has a guy in De'Aaron Fox that who they put on De'Aaron Fox?
Who's slowing him down?
That's the other thing, right? And then for Sabonis, it's like you just have to play physical. Maybe you get AD into foul trouble.
And that's the other thing. You just said who's slowing down De'Aaron. But when De'Aaron does get in the paint, is that rim protection going to be there with AD, right?
Yeah.
Like, is that going to alter his game a little bit more, which we've seen in the past, but we've also seen De'Aaron go through and understand he's got to just get big, get strong, and go through the body, and or make the little shovel pass to Sabonis or whoever else is just moving without the basketball. So I think guys just need to be locked in, making sure that they're all moving, no stagnant offense, and I mean, it could be a good
dribbling,
game.
quick decisions, and
Beatable.
Honestly, watching some of the Kings Warriors game back a little bit, man, the Kings missed some great looks. I was even watching Kevin Huerter. I watched his 5 shots. He was 0 for 5 from 3. He got great looks.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray had great looks. I think Keegan Murray's playing some great basketball. His shot's not dropping right now. I'm not concerned about it. So my point is, the Kings offense right now is generating good looks. Can
Agreed.
they get some more good looks and kind of play their style? They're getting paint touches. I'd love to see a little more Malik Monk in that game on Sunday night.
It's game 3. You know, I think that's something to remember.
It's game 3, but it feels like game 7 of the first round for me right now. I'm intense right now.
No, you really are.
Playoff dudes.
But I appreciate it's because of the expectations we do have. But I also think when we also talk about the opponents and these other teams too, like in our expectations for them, they're still trying to figure out their flow. They can look like a whole different team too 20 games from now. So it's like, what do they look like right now? Capitalize on maybe things that they don't have executed right now so you can get that W.
If you turn the ball over against this Lakers team, good night. Good night. That's night again.
Night.
LeBron is a freight
No.
train. They get out and push.
Yeah.
It could be a problem. So again, it's going to be another game with great energy in the building. And I can't wait to see how the Kings respond, right? You had a disappointing loss on the home floor in the home opener. Bounce back in this game.
Bounce back.
Give me some good energy. Give me a good game. We will be live after the game. We're live after every single Kings game for Night Chat. Also, in the comments below, tell us what you want to see.
What do you want to see
in this game against the Lakers? How the Kings get it done? What tweaks do they need to make? Keep the conversation rolling below. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe.